95% of students lost marks on this compare question, and the examiner report says many students failed to process the information supplied in the graph and often just stated the values. Less than 1% in 20 gained all 3 marks. So let's talk about this question briefly. Let's read it together. Different fibers of light can be used to transmit information. The optical fibers and the graph below shows the percentage of light incident, percentage of light incident through the fibers varies with the wavelength and the length of the fiber. And they have given you two fibers with two different lengths, and it says percentage of incident light transmitted, and it says wavelength here. Command word is compare, and people make just a big mistake here by not comparing. And you need to use similarity. So I'm going to write down S for similarity, and differences both are required to gain the marks, and for both the fibers. Compare the percentage. So first marking point would be, you say that both fibers. So as you always start with the x-axis, as your x-axis, read the name from the x-axis, it says wavelength. So as the increasing wavelength is increasing of the light, the percentage incident light transmitted. So if you see what's happening to it with the yellow color, I will highlight, it first decreases, and it decreases for both. So this is a similarity, and then it increases, and it increases for both. So first marking point will be given if you said both has increased the wavelength, and then the percentage of incident light transmitted for both first decreases and then increases. That's your first marking point. And then for the second marking point, you simply say both fibers, the minimum transmission happened at 5 into 10 to the power minus 7. And I'm going to highlight that with a blue color again. This is 5 and into 10 to the power minus 7. This is the wavelength at which this is the minimum transmission, because if you see, that's the least point for both the fibers, and that's same, which is 5 meters. 5 into 10 to the power minus 7 meters. That's your second marking point. And then we need a difference, because that's two similarities we have discussed, and the difference is that the shorter fiber transmits a greater percentage of light. So if I highlight this for you, and if I go back to the graph, make it slightly bigger to explain this, that shorter fiber. So where is your shorter fiber? It's here, and I'm going to highlight it with the pink color. This is my shorter fiber here, and if you go here, look at this. At this point, if you just see how much is the percentage, it is something 88, or I don't know how much it is, but something near 88 or 86, whatever it is. But the percentage of light for the bigger fiber is something which is 72 or something. So if I just go back and see what's the mark scheme says, that the shorter fiber transmits greater percentage of light, and it is greater percentage of light being transmitted by the shorter fiber, and you get all 3 marks. Thank you very much. I hope this makes sense. Please do ask me any question that you have. Thank you.